are sitting by. And we say good morning if you're watching on Peacock. That is our streaming partner. NFL training camps open, veterans reporting today, and you've got a situation with the Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals, and both of the owners of those teams had something to say about the players who were on the outside looking in. Trey Hendrickson, his contract situation, Mike Brown talked about that, and Jerry Jones, of course, talked about Micah Parsons, signing him to a contract extension. I'll go back to what I talked to Albert Breer about yesterday. He, of course, the Monday morning quarterback. If you're going to eventually pay these players, why have any acrimony? Why not just, we know that Jerry Jones is going to pay Micah Parsons, right? I have a hunch the Bengals will pay Trey Hendrickson. Now, I'm sure they're saving money. I'm sure that they have some business strategy here that I, of course, with my limited education, wouldn't understand. But there's also Jerry Jones, who loves being Jerry Jones. He loves to be, if he had already settled this Michael Parsons contract, then maybe we would be just talking about the Cowboys as a team and how good they're going to be. But it's rarely that. Now, that'll happen later in the season. But with Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones said this about signing him to a contract extension.
Just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. We've signed, I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year, Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about, just as the player does, when you're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money.
Okay, you might think this, but you don't have to say the quiet part out loud. Why? Because then all of a sudden, now you're Micah Parsons. How do you feel about this? We go back to Dak Prescott, and I said, don't re-sign him. And plus, you gave him all that money. If you're going to give somebody money, give it to Micah Parsons. But he made Dak the highest paid quarterback coming off ankle surgery. What's the logic in that? And a guy who's now 32 can't stay healthy, and you gave him all that money? That I don't understand, your business philosophy. As for Micah Parsons, yes. Did he miss games? Yes. When he plays, he's great. You got the Bengals situation with Trey Hendrickson. All he's done is outperform every other edge rusher the last 2 years when it comes to sacks. And the NFL doesn't pay you on what you did. They pay you on what they think you'll do. Here's the Bengals owner, Mike Brown, on Trey Hendrickson.
We aren't going to trade Trey. We're working to get Trey signed as we speak here. There are guys over in the office working to get that done. We like Trey as a person. He's a good guy. But when it comes to these negotiations, and we've been through a few of them with him, he pushes hard. He gets emotional. We never have an easy time of it, but there's one thing that is consistent. It always gets done, and I think this one will.
Okay, it does get done, but why drag this out? Why have this back and forth? It just doesn't help the tone of the team. The Bengals should be thinking about, hey, how do we make the playoffs this year? Hey, we need a little defense if we're going to make the playoffs. Hey, we spent all this money on offense. Can we stop anybody? There are going to be a lot of shootouts there with the Bengals. Why not just have Trey Hendrickson and whatever you're going to give him, 3-year deal? Now, I know he's 4 years, I think 4 years older than Micah Parsons. Well, he's not Micah Parsons, but he is really good at what he is paid to do. It's just the Bengals are notoriously cheap with this, and that's unfortunate because you spent all this money